There's often a need to store additional information in a landscape CAD drawing, and gCADPlus allows you to store extra data. It's this menu option here, Store Data, and you're asked to select an entity to store some extra data with. Let's imagine that this was a ground cover species, and we're going to plant them at fairly close centres, and we want to store some extra data. The prompt first asks for, is this entity representing paving or decking or irrigation or furniture or grass or lighting, or is it species information? Well, S for species, and up pops this little box, which means we can store the botanical name if we want. Ioporum parvifolium, creeping bubiella, and so on. We can store its height if we want, in whatever units we want to use. We could link to a URL, which might be a photograph of the species, or we can add some notes, low growing plant, even add information on plant at 600, low growing plant at 600 millimeter intervals. Whatever information you want to store can be stored in there. If this was say a botanical gardens, you could install the Google KLM file, or even the GPS coordinates if you were tagging individual plants in a design. So that information is now being stored with that. I'm getting a warning I need a height value, which has to be bigger than 0, so I haven't put a height value in there. So let's maybe grow 150 mil at its highest, so we'll OK it. Hopefully it goes in, and that information is now stored. And down in the status line, you'll see a little button called ENT, Show or Hide Entity Data. If I'm hiding it now, when we move over that symbol or over the symbol of the letterbox or this one here, nothing shows. But if we click this on, now we can move over, say, the letterbox. Up pops, that's a 400 millimeter square box. It's going to cost me $300 to get that installed. It'll be a custom manufacture, and product name obviously is letterbox. If I come back over here, and I can now see the information that I just typed in for that particular plant. And if I come over here, there's a lot more information about Acacia myrtifolia there. So can you see that you can store all sorts of information? We could store information about the type of paving and the cost of paving for the area, for the crossover area in this design. So it provides a way of getting sort of interactive information going in a gCADPlus drawing if that's what you require. Don't forget, if you store information in block name, you can extract the names of blocks out to an Excel sheet for totaling the costing and so on. There are different ways of handling this extra information that you might want to store in a drawing.